reactions or the actions happen inside chlorophyll, which makes the plants green. And the question is, can we replicate photosynthesis artificially? As I explained before, plants need light. Common fact, pretty much anyone knows that. And so there are two types of light, as I explained, that they need: red light and blue light. These both serve different purposes. Red light is for growth and fruiting, it's for flowering and fruiting, while blue is for growth. So say you wanted to grow a plant with no flowers or it does not have any fruit. You could just use the blue light and that would work out fine. Or if you have a plant in its final growth stage and you don't need it to grow anymore, you can just have the red light. So now the question is, can we use this for artificial photosynthesis? The materials that you will need for this experiment, per se, would be red and blue lights, as you can see here, in their full glory. A plant spider box, which is this tiny machine over here. A computer phone monitor of some sort in order to monitor the signals coming out of the kind of mini computer over here. You need water to water the base of the plant. You need yourself, since you breathe out carbon dioxide, which I mentioned was part of the reaction to create their food and oxygen. A space with no to little light. You can see this big room. And you need a plant, of course. Otherwise, how are you going to do the experiment? Here are the steps. First, set up your area so that it has no light. You can see this area has no light until I turn these on. As you can see. Next, you would need to water the plant so that the ground is moist, not overflowing with water. This helps with electrical conductivity. After that, place the plant inside the dark area and place the red and blue lights so that they shine onto the plant. Otherwise, how are they going to get the light for their photosynthesis? After that, set up your spider box, put the sensor inside one of the leaves, put the ground wire into the ground, and see the magic happen. Breathe near the plant and watch the computer or phone for bumps in the flat line. So usually, this will be a flat line. But since there's electrical activity happening inside the plant from the food that they're eating, it goes crazy. So, what would be the purpose of this experiment? The purpose of this experiment is to see how we can replicate artificial or normal photosynthesis, natural photosynthesis, with artificial products. When you see a bump on the chart, it means there's electrical energy going through the plant, and that is one reason for doing this experiment. It's to see how well your plants are growing. If there are many bumps, it's growing very fast. If there's not very many, it's growing very slow. The other is that you can grow plants inside without sunlight. You've probably seen this on some BBC shows and that sort of thing. So remember, if you have red and blue light, a plant, water, yourself, and something to monitor it, you're set. You can grow a plant inside. Here are my sources. How to grow plants indoor with artificial light. Today's homeowner, botany. Can plants be grown inside the home with lights? Biology, Stack Exchange. You can just read them. Do you have any questions?
So have you actually seen the growth on your computer? Have you actually monitored it?
I have before. There's just a little software crash going on right now. Software can be a bit unpredictable.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I have seen it before, and it's pretty cool to see how it's growing.
So how quickly do the lines move? Like on a human, your heartbeat
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty fast.
So I have done this experiment before last year. Not the same exact experiment, but in plant science, where I had monitored a Venus flytrap for the electrical signals that it produced. And so what had happened is whenever you touch the tiny hairs on the Venus flytrap, it creates an electrical impulse. So if it gets 2 of those in a certain amount of time, it knows there's something in there. Because if you only get 1, what do you think it is? Maybe air, maybe some sort of debris flowing through, but if you get 2, it's certain. And so the electrical impulses go through the plant and it can kind of count. That's how people found out that Venus flytraps can count. And so that's how I monitored that Venus flytrap. And in humans, if you put your finger on the sensor, it goes pretty rapidly because it detects the electrical impulses throughout your body. And it doesn't go very fast because plant growth is pretty slow. But it does work.
So would you see like 1 little bump for every 5 minutes, or
It depends
one
on the
every
plant.
30 minutes, or?
It depends on the plant, I would say. I mean, I have seen bumps before. It might be an accident. It might be on purpose. You never know. Science is just like that.
Thank
Any
you.
more questions?
All right, thank you. Good job.